Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here again. Posting a video today talking about the stock markets, the outlook, the failure of assessing one's wealth, the mistake of assessing one's wealth in fiat valuation, and securing wealth through, my plan with Bullion and Bitcoin. So again, like we saw since October 3rd, when the Dow Jones reached its all-time high at 26,800 approximately, continues to fall. Today's the 26th, we're talking 23 days, and the Dow Jones has fallen 2,000 points. 2,000 points. A couple days ago, it fell 600 points in a day. Yeah, it's kind of up and down, up and down. Yesterday it was up 250, today it's down 250. So it's up and down, but it's clearly trending down in a major way across less than a month. To lose 2,000 points, that's insane. And the other, New York Stock Exchange, TSX, S&P, they're more of the same as well, with their own versions of, like slightly up and slightly down on certain days, but it looks terrible. As I said previously, if I had stocks, I'd be liquidating. At this point, it's just cutting losses. If you do have profits to take, absolutely take them. If you are, down now, what would be, I guess, Dow Jones, if you bought at all-time highs, and your losses are averaged, you're talking about, I guess, let's see, 10%, something like 6% down since October 3rd. And there's a lot of mainstream media stuff, which is all just propaganda saying, don't worry, things are going to be better in 6 months. Stay focused, don't panic. I'm a Bitcoin buyer, I'm a Bitcoin supporter, I'm a cryptocurrency investor. I had money in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in December 2017 when we reached $20,000 for one Bitcoin, when Ether was $1,000 when one Ripple was more than, I think, $4 US. And since December, the prices have fallen and fallen and fallen, losing 60, 70, 80% of their valuation. Don't believe the garbage lies of the mainstream media that your stocks are going to just suddenly stabilize and turn around. On what news? That's the other thing. I saw on CBC radio yesterday an investment analyst, like a banker who advises investment strategy for his clients. He was saying, essentially, we don't know where things are going to go. It might get worse, but don't panic. Wait a second. And he's talking specifically to older people who are having, investment value that they have saved away in stocks and bonds, and he's trying to essentially stop them from panicking. But here's the thing: don't just tell me not to panic. Like if the boat is sinking, and don't just tell me not to panic. Give me a path to security and safety, and then I won't panic. But guess what? They don't do that. They just say don't panic. Meanwhile, they're probably themselves as traders shorting the market and making major gains on the backs of your losses as a long-term holder. And it's just everywhere. It's like, you Google, stocks, is the stock market going to turn around? And you're going to see probably as many positive, propaganda pieces as your like realistic, skeptical pieces. And so, make your move now. Be happy with whatever you do, and stick to your guns. Form a plan. Educate yourself, form a plan, and execute that plan, and then just be happy with whatever it is. But be fully aware that there is propaganda out there that things are going to be better in 6 months. On what basis are you saying that? On what basis do you have confidence that the American government or that the global economy can somehow grow its way out of the deficit spending it's created for it, out of the deficit hole it's created for itself? $21 trillion. America's at over 100% of GDP to debt ratio. Japan's at like 250 or 300%. Britain's terrible too. Like the top 20 nations are all, it's like near or over 100%. How are they going to climb out of that? The only way is historically to grow your GDP. But how are they going to grow their GDP? It's just like, it's not an easy task. It's not flip a switch and GDP is suddenly growing. No, you need amazing, innovative, public and private solutions that lead into infrastructural growth that has long-term lasting impacts. But of course, that's not happening. The only growth I'm seeing is in like social justice, rhetoric and social policy where $15 an hour wage at Amazon now, and Netflix implements a no hugging policy, no hugging your coworkers policy because it might make people feel uncomfortable. This is the type of focus we've moved into, making it's like, it's not at all performance based. It's not at all like growth for the future. It's like, how can we make everyone's existence more peaceful, enjoyable, less painful? And that's not what life's about, and that's not what free market is about. Free market is about allowing some to fail and giving space for real innovators to thrive. That's not what the US is right now. And it's largely because of the economic policy and how inflation works and how a few select banks get to be the first bearers of the fruit from the tree of printed money. So yeah, stop valuing your wealth in fiat dollars. Stop looking at how much fiat you own and how much your house is worth from fiat terms, and start assessing wealth in ounces and commodity. Secure physical wealth for yourself, your future, and your family, and do it soon. Do it today. At the very least, educate yourself today. That's the first step. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope it was helpful. This is part of my journey. This is just part of my blog journey of my journey to 1,000 ounces of silver, why I invest in silver, why I believe it to have great deep value outside of the fiat bubble that fiat ponzi scheme we live in. And yeah, thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day. Find me on steemit.com at infidel1258. Thanks, bye.